smart coordinating or communicating objects. Okay. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, I can answer those questions.
Yeah, thank you. The questions are already shared with you.
Questions? Okay, I will check the questions. How do I get it out? Kesha, how can I expand it? Questions pan?
Yeah, if you click on the icon given in the top right corner of the question stand,
Okay.
then it will pop up.
Okay, the first question is any implementation of smart grid and sample example of resource saving and how it is intelligently interact, which protocols, etc. I think we took that example of smart metering and how it can help you save the resources. Basically, it can help you shift the load, and if you shift the load, because at night you don't use resources, you don't energy, so the capacity is going west basically. So if you can shift some of the load to night or off peak hours, basically you don't have to add new power plants. Okay. And it is expected that billions of dollars can be saved, and a lot of CO2 emission can be avoided if these kind of demand response or variable pricing plans are used. Okay. And there are a lot of protocols. There are ANSI protocols and there are IC protocols. So in America, you have ANSI protocol, which you use for smart grid to connect with utility to get the instructions and also send the data. Rest of the world goes with IC protocol. Okay. Inside the house, you have either power line communication, which uses existing power line, or you use wireless communication, which is zigbee. Okay. And on top of zigbee, okay, zigbee is a mesh technology on 802.15.4 radio. On top of that, you have different protocols like home automation. You have a smart energy profile 2.0. So those are the protocols we choose. And if you have appliances which can understand these protocols, then you can connect them to this network, and you can start controlling these appliances. I hope that answers this question. How viable are the applications to be deployed in India and to witness growth? So I took the example of Bangalore police, which are already using the video analytics to flag the violations and issue the tickets. Today morning, when I was reading a newspaper, I saw one ad. Okay, and so I'm in Bangalore, so I saw the ad in Bangalore Economic Times, where one of the builder has come up with a smart home concept, and he has put a video, okay, on YouTube or his website, and basically it does the same thing. Basically, you can switch on lights, you can switch on your air conditioner when you leave your house. Okay, you leave your office. So before you reach home, things are working. Okay? Your home is cold, etc. And it can detect gas leakage, and it can alert you. Also, you have the video surveillance applications available. If somebody presses the bell of your house, and if you are not at home, then actually on your mobile phone you get a call, and you can see who has visited, and you can also talk to that person. Okay, and there are applications where you can also open the door. Okay, so you can actually control the access control system of the lock, the electronic lock of the door using your mobile phone. And industrial applications it is being used. So you see a lot of RFID is being used, in the retail and manufacturing sector to tag material to tag the products. Okay, and you can avoid. So one of the advantage of tagging is you can identify the counterfeit products or pirated products, for example. Okay, if you have tags, you can find those things. So there are applications like that. So these are the few of the applications, and you will see it more and more. Okay, so there is a question on slide 12, which is how efficient is a collision avoidance system. Okay, frankly speaking, I don't know. Okay, how efficient it is and what are the constraints. But the picture, what you see there, image is from the Mercedes-Benz, I think, Mercedes-Benz, and there are higher-end cars which have such systems available, where they can sense, and you have, you might have seen basically the parking assistant and those things. So technologies are getting more and more reliable, where the car can park itself, okay, and they have the sensors on all sides, so they can avoid the collision basically. Okay, so technologies are available today to do this kind of things, and I'm sure Mercedes-Benz and BMW's kind of cars, they have the systems, they will be reliable. Okay, there is the next question is there any standard which governs IoT devices design for interoperable communication? Since different manufacturers can use any of the communication technology mentioned in the slides, which can make them useless if IP-based protocols are not used? Very good question. And answer is, as I said, there are just too many competing standards. I just took one example of smart grid, which is just one use case, okay, of IoT. And there are more than 70 standards. There are standards for short-range wireless communication, like zigbee. There are standards for long-range communication from a building to the utility. Okay, so there is no one standard, okay, which will fit. So there will be multiple standards. Okay, if you have a device which is say IPv6 enabled, okay, then that will be a different matter. So then you can access that device immediately, okay, directly. So it is like any other web appliance, basically. So you can access it. So it's like a web server. So products are available today. So we have embedded web servers, embedded Linux in the product, the way it is designed. But otherwise, this IoT is going to be a network of networks. Not going to be all devices are connected to internet directly, and you can just access those devices through your browser. It's not going to be like that. Most likely, you are going to access a lot of these networks, local networks, through proxy like a gateway, which will offer security, which will offer reliability, and which will provide you access to the devices which are inside that local network. So the simple answer is there is no one standard which you can use. Even for the same application, there are competing standards, and which we don't know right now which standard will emerge after many of these applications. Would the luggage? So next question is: would the luggage management system at airports be another example? Yes, it can be. Because I give examples of manufacturing and retail where RFIDs are used to tag the products or the material, and so that particular product or that material has its own identity. Just because you added the tag, their identity, there is a description of that material, maybe when it was produced, maybe what is its cost and where it is going. So it's like that. Okay. So luggage management system also, if you tag, and then you have the systems which can read those things and then make decisions based on what they read. Then yes, then it can be an example of such M2M kind of an example. Any other questions from anyone?
Yes, this is the last question I shared with you. We are running out of time. So can you please take this
Okay.
question?
I don't see. This is from Wasim Abbas. He says, okay, based on your last point in conclusion, geeks are making this world more geeky. I would like to get your opinion on this. There are more hidden geeks in the world who are not getting proper education. How can we identify and pull them to change the world? Yes, and I hope that some of these smart technologies can help in the education sector also. The things like mobile, for example, or tablets. Okay? And I hope actually the things become so intuitive that that you can. I mean, it has to be because the networks has to be flexible, and the products need to be flexible enough and smart enough to be part of network. So you don't have to use a 100-page manual, user manual to get connected. Because you just look at the challenges. Okay, you are talking about devices in large numbers. You are talking about devices which are very small, sensors, etc. You are also talking about mobile devices. Okay? So the devices may not be located in one place because once you are talking about wireless, they may change their position. Or you are talking about actual mobile devices in your vehicles, they change their position all the time. So you need to have a network which can be formed in ad hoc manner. So the devices can discover. So they have the capability for self-discovery. They have the capability for forming a network without human intervention. And hopefully all these technologies will help everybody to use this technology, which may not be the case today. Any other questions?
Yes, if there are any more questions coming from the attendees, we can take them offline.
Okay.
So now we can conclude the session.
Hello. I cannot hear you, Keshav.
Yeah, now with your permission, we can conclude the session.
Yeah, sure. Thank you all, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you get interested in this fascinating technologies. Uh, the recent NASCOM report has identified this Internet of Things as one of the 10 key trends, technology trends in the world today, like big data, cloud computing, so like that. Internet of Things is one big trend, okay, and there will be a lot of opportunities for technical folks to develop these technologies, develop the products, and make use of them for business processes. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mr. Girish Deshpande, for this informative session. It was indeed an enlightening session. I would also like to thank our participants for for making this webinar a huge success. Uh, the next webinar is happening on the topic how MPLS IP VPN helps reduce costs for service provider customers. We will be having Mr. Raghu Srinivasan, Senior Manager at Rocket Communications, with us today. So see you all Monday at 3 p.m. Thank you.